KJ made a mess. Let's see if we can clean this mess up. One pop left. Before we meet again. Betrayed. We meet again. What's happening, everybody? Just cleaning up here a little bit. KJ asked me to take the door panels out of this cab. I guess that's what I'm trying to do. I don't know. If you've been following along, this is that 96 that we're tearing apart. KJ's on his way to the scrapyard right now with a bunch of stuff. And he's got somebody headed here Get Sissy out there. Sissy has a headache. Last night was our last football game, and she tied one on, I think. So I'm just trying to get this thing off the lift. I'm hurting today. Not that I've got a headache or anything like that. My knee hurts. Trying to get it off the lift, trying to get things cleaned up a little bit, get these door panels out. KJ has somebody coming over. I think he said 11-ish. To get these door panels. So I figured I'd get out here and get started on it. I'll be scrapping that truck. Then someone's coming to pick the cab up too. Thanks, Butt Dreads. I think so. I think it's a 3-ton jack, not 100% sure. Thank you, Mike. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope you're having a good weekend or got your weekend off to a good start anyway. We're doing all right over here, just hurting a little bit this morning. Got that old right knee killing me. But we're out here trying to make a living. KJ just got to the scrapyard. And we are trying to pull this thing apart the rest of the way. Well, not the rest of the way. Someone's coming to buy the cab, but someone's also coming to buy the door panels. That's what I'm after this morning. Getting the door panels out of it. too hard. Felipe, I need a Felipe. Screwdriver. I think he's getting $100 out of the cab. It's not terrible. You guys, if you were with us there the other night, you got to see what was inside of it or what's going on in there. It's got a little bit of rot, but it's, again, like I said, it's not super terrible. Which $100 is more than you're gonna get out of it in scrap. We could take some more parts out of it and try and sell them. But this way, it's all one deal. It's all going. I have tried in the past to pull all the electronics out of them, and sell them individually, but that usually does not work. You were the first one. That's a good question, Butt Dreads. I don't know what he's getting out of them. Again, whatever he gets out of them, I'm sure is going to be more than we get out of scrap because they're plastic, right? I don't mean to be that fat, lazy guy that's always got to sit down, but my knee is screaming today, guys. I'm looking for a container to put these screws in. I like to give all that stuff to the guy who's buying the parts. You know what I mean? I don't see anything that I can use as a container. Yeah, that'll work. I even, come on over here. I even put some icy hot on that knee this morning. Arizona. How hot is it in Arizona? I can't deal with the heat. I do every once in a while search Arizona for parts trucks for trucks, looking for rust-free stuff. The refrigerator's driving me crazy again. Starting to slow down now. I guess if you just wait long enough, it goes away on its own when it shuts off. It's raining in Portland. It's not raining here today. It's a little chilly. What's the temp in Portland? 62 out now with a high of 97 today. That's a pretty big swing, and you guys see that a lot, I bet, in the fall, right? The swings like that, from one extreme to the other. See, we don't get that here. Well, we do, and it's typical fall weather or spring weather. You go to work in the morning with the heater on, and you come home with the air conditioner on, right? Ford's a better idea. Instead of putting clips on these, they put screws on them. This is the door panel switches I'm taking out now. They're all actually still intact. So whatever he's getting out of these door panels, I bet you these switches are worth whatever he's getting. Just makes it easier to handle. You just shove that through the hole. These have got the lower cards on them still. If I get lucky, I think all the screws are out already. Got one in there. That screwdriver's too long. Yeah, the boys lost last night. Pretty bad. If you happen to catch it, I took it down. We had an injury in the second half. Young man was on the sidelines and just collapsed. They actually had Life Flight come and pick him up at the field. I did a live of it, but I didn't want to leave it up out of respect for his family, and you know, that's something that I wouldn't want to see the Life Flight trip I had to take. So I just took it down, but I do still have it because they did some weird stuff that I've never seen Life Flight do before. Screw there. KJ doesn't pay me enough. No. 58 in Portland isn't bad. 60 in Florida. Feels like 90 with humidity. Yes, sir. Big bass in Florida. Do we have some big bass? Yes, sir. I used to fish. I haven't been in the water. Well, to fish, we do a lot of water sports. What the heck is going on there? This little guy might be what's causing all the troubles. Talk about a lowrider. This thing's on the ground. Sink. Isn't there usually one behind this light? That's a negative. I tell you guys, KJ doesn't pay me enough. That's real good for that knee. Did you say you're taking me fishing, Bud Dreads? One door panel expertly removed. There's something I've never done, saltwater fishing. I should probably take all the junk out of that pocket, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should. These guys, I don't know, when they tear these trucks apart, they put nuts and bolts and stuff anywhere they can. This door is clear full of stuff, including an 1/8 inch pipe nipple, a U-bolt for the dry shaft, Torx head, screw. Oh, I gotta put this stuff somewhere. That was that tire. Road rider tire. Everything including the gas cap. One off. Next. Go to the other side. Don't need anything else here, do we? Nope. Should probably take these electric lock mechanisms and everything out of this cab. But it's sold, so we're not. I have door panel removal tools too. Phillips screwdriver in my hand. That's something I haven't done. I haven't bought anything off of Temu yet. I know a lot of people have. Saltwater fishing over freshwater. As I said, I can't remember the last time I put a line in the water. We got somebody's to-do list here. That's one of the funny things about these trucks. You get these lists. This guy needed earth, chlorine, must have been for the pool, a bag of mortar, deck paint, a wax ring, dog food, and cat food. He had 3 different stops to make that day. One to the pool store, one to the Home Depot, and one to Rural King. Probably could have got all that stuff in one trip to, what is the name of that place? Not Miners, is it Miners? I don't know. What you guys got planned for today? Anything good? Saturday morning, just hanging out here in the shop, like I said, trying to get these door panels off for Kenny. He told me as he was leaving that he had somebody coming for them. So I told him, well, I didn't tell him anything. He asked me to take them out. I was voluntold to do the job. And I figured I'd come out here and hang out with y'all for a little while anyway. But I put you down here. Is that better? Probably not. Put in here. Yeah, there's no salt water in Arizona, I guess, right? I'm supposed to be making a trip out west here soon. The wife and I just celebrated 25 years, and she wanted to do a big trip. I've always wanted to go out to like Monument Valley and all that stuff, but have just never found the time. My eventual plans, once the Bronco's done, I want to road trip it to Alaska, and of course take all you guys with us. But that's not going to be till next year. So what I was thinking about doing was getting out of here, flying over that way, and renting, whether it be I really didn't want to rent a Jeep. I'm not a big Stellantis fan, but renting whatever I get my hands on as far as off-road vehicle for, a week or two, and then just go and do all the trails that something like that would afford me to do. I realize that I'm not going to be able to hit all of them, just because it's, whatever I rent isn't going to be suitable for that kind of thing. But I'm sure I can still see a lot of it. We watch Matt's Off-Road Recovery, Fab Rats, all those guys that, are down there in, I think that's Utah though. And I would really like to go out there and check it all out, Maybe stop in and see some of those guys. And Hurricane. Oh, I can get down on my hands and knees again. I used to fish in Alaska at St. Oar. I'm surrounded by salt water. It's convenient. No doubt. Boat the Barnoff Queen. Off Barnoff, or I used to fish up in Alaska. We've got a guy, one of the guys that works with us, he's a younger dude. He goes up to Alaska every year. He's actually thinking about moving there, which would be terrible for us because he's a good tech. But I can understand why he would want to move there. Get away from it all, right? Woohoo. Kenny, you don't pay me enough. Get down here and they're not. Oh, there isn't either. Yeah, there is. There was one. Wasn't totally useless. Yeah, these panels aren't in the greatest of shape, but they're also not all ripped up, I guess. Well, heck. One of those positions where putting my knee down is gonna hurt me either way. There we go. Examine what we have here. Get the tools out of the cab. Do you guys own a shop or a wrecking yard? Is that question for me, Butt Dreads? I assume it's for me. No, we do not. I mean, we own the shops, of course, but we don't do work for outside people. I've had I could have all kinds of work if I wanted it, but the full-time job just won't let me do it. And believe it or not, well, I'm going to say this and you guys are going to disagree with me. I'm not a people person. I'm a my kind of people person. I am not a typical person, people person, I guess would be the best way to put it. Well, this is all busted up. Not real sure what I'm going to do there. I guess we could try and glue it on there. So it's back on there. As far as a wrecking yard, no, we don't own a wrecking yard either. We just park these trucks out onesies, twosies at a time. KJ finds them on Marketplace. We buy them, bring them in, tear them apart, sell them as we can, and then junk what's left. Make sure they end up in a scrapyard. I am a service manager, sales manager, well, not sales manager, but salesman service, and I guess technical support for an equipment company in Pittsburgh called H&K Equipment. This isn't Heckler & Koch, it's actually Heinrich & Cook. I service and sell trackmobiles, mobile railcar movers. I've been doing it since I was 17 years old. People in the business, and they introduce me this way all the time, and it kills my humility whenever they start talking like this, but they tell me that I am the guru of the industry, one of the guys that knows a lot about nothing. That's what I think a guru is. But yeah, that's what I do on a daily. My territory for that covers a very, 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 very large area for one guy. I do have guys out in my eastern territory that help out a lot. On the sales ends of things, and they are getting much better on the service end as well. But it used to be a ton of traveling. I still travel quite a bit, but not nearly as much as I once did, thanks to a young man who's doing a lot of training for me out in that eastern territory. I don't know what KJ's gonna do here. These things aren't in as great a shape as I'd like to see them in. I think it's best just not to do anything. Yep. Let them decide what they want to do. Now I'm over here. What do you guys do for a living? Butt Dreads, what are you into? Huh. So that's all leftover stuff. They were tearing a warehouse down at work. Of course, material handling. That's H&K. That's what they do. The racking guy will let us know if they're tearing a bunch of stuff apart. And then give us, let us figure out if it's something that we might need. And I don't know if you guys do much with pallet racking, but you always need pallet racking. KJ actually just got a bunch more. I don't know if it's still in the truck. Yeah. Switch this around. Oh, that camera's dirty. Larry's sitting out there with 13 cross members, or beams they call it, in the bed. Let me clean that camera. You can just see him there on the driver's side. I think the guy that was coming at 11 is here. I hear something out there. Fished in Alaska, did asphalt seal coat, farmed house. Oh, framed houses. I just mess around and work on shit. Amen. Amen, brother. You made awesome workbenches with those. Yeah, my workbenches. I've got to buy, sell cars and boats. We do boats too, or we were doing boats, but not so much anymore. It's a lot of work. This is some structural racking that I built a bench out of. And there's actually 3 of these that I just recently built. One on either side of Kenny's garage here. There's that side. And of course his bench is over there, built out of structural racking. And then I don't know if you guys have seen the outdoor bench in the daylight. I'm pretty sure you've seen it in the dark. But the outdoor bench is racking as well. I have delusions of selling those things commercially, but it is quite a bit of labor, believe it or not, to cut that racking apart and weld it all back together. To get that upper shelf, lower shelf. I go to auctions and just bought a mint 03 Ranger. I'm gonna go to the store. That's cool. Fishing boats. I'm not a big fishing boat guy, but I am a pleasure boat guy. I have one out back right now that's gutted. Oh, I'm on the buggy now. Oh. Maybe. There we go. Run into KJ's truck. He'll be upset with me. Kenny's home. Yes, he is. That was quick. How many trucks do we have? KJ has 4 on the road right now. I have my work truck, my Bronco. KJ just got rid of a parts truck today. We still have parts of a Dodge Dakota here. My wife has a Ford Fusion. My daughter has a Ford Escape. What's he doing down there? Oh, I know what he's doing. He's grabbing that racking. He wants to build racking around the back side of the building. That's little Enos, KJ's 30-foot gooseneck. You guys have all met Callie before. KJ had Callie stuck this morning. He buried it right there. That's that Dakota I was telling you about. Pieces and parts of it, the Buddha Bronco. Buddha has given us so many parts for some of these projects. And then Old Smoky, KJ's got Old Smoky sold, we think. Guy's supposed to come and really take a good look at it tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. My grinder laying out back. You guys met the 41 Ford called 2-door, right? So the boat in the middle is Skeeter. It's a, I believe it's a 98 Sea Ray 210. The boat on the right there is a 89 Four Winds Horizon 200. And that's the Horizon that I have did all those videos on that you guys saw. It's gutted right now. There's no interior in that boat. It's all the way down to the hull. I'm getting ready to, getting ready for the last 4 or 5 years. I need to put the interior back in it. Well, interior, I need to put the floor back in it. There's no floor in it. I completely gutted everything out of it because it was rotten. 41 Ford was my dad's very first restoration. 41 Ford Tudor. I got to get that window up. I didn't realize that window was down. Oh no. Don't stop, don't stop. So this is my driveway up here that we're going to see KJ coming up here shortly, I think. Well, no, he lost some racking. He had to stop and pick up some racking. From the rock to the left is our property. We own 10 acres on an 80-acre family farm. You guys have seen the my house is over yonder, my shop, and we're sitting beside Kenny's shop right now. Kenny's shop does have a 200 amp service. My shop is fed from the house. So KJ's place is definitely made up a little better for what we're doing, especially once we get into the welding and stuff. He's got better power than I do. He also has the internet. That's why I'm able to do the live streams so well in his garage. But my garage is a problem. Kenny is my son. I hear a four-wheeler or something. Kenny is my son, 20-year-old, fresh out of school. He works at H&K with me. He's actually a mechanic out on the floor, works on the trackmobiles for me. And then, of course, here at the house, you guys have all seen what we do here, tearing these trucks apart. Actually, no, he built his own shop. That's his place. He knew what he wanted to do early on. He's buying some property on the farm here, further up the hill, and he said, you know, I want a shop too. And we decided that it was best to put down here right beside mine. That way we can work in tandem with each other. Yeah, we're trying to keep everybody on the farm with us. I don't know how lucky he is. We were talking last night when everybody came over that some of the crazy stuff we've done. Yeah, he's got the racking on there. Let's see if he knocks it off at the... That's the workhorse of... I am definitely lucky to have a son like him. There's no doubt about that. Kid has stayed out of trouble his whole life. He is not a drinker, not a partier. Works hard, does what needs to be done. Knows right from wrong, and I don't have to tell him that. Hey, those door panels aren't in the greatest of shape. Let's go back to the shop, guys. Morning, KJ. How much? Oh, that ain't bad.
Where's the switches?
In the switches are still on the door. I didn't take them off, but the whatchamacallits are in the switch panels are in that box that he can have because it has all the screws and stuff in it. That's what I said. They're not in the greatest of shape. The passenger side one isn't terrible, but that driver side one is. It's pretty messed up.
There's no big giant cracks in them, which is all.
Well, that's all you care about, but you're not buying them. You're selling them. Give him some wire to use, man. What'd you get out of this? What'd you get out of this? $100 for the door panels and switches. It's in that box. Just put that right in that box. Right there on the cowl of the truck, the Sprite box. That's where all the other stuff is at. I wanted to pull that electric lock motor out of that driver's door for Pam, but just couldn't get the gumption to do it. I was surprised you got back here already. I'm surprised you got back here already. Yeah, $200, $100 for the cab, right? And $100 for the door cards. He just took in, what'd you take in? The frame off of this green truck with a bed full of junk, engine, transmission,
And another cap.
and a bullnose cab, and got $269. And the bullnose cab didn't have doors on it, and no motor, no tranny in that one. But it essentially was a full truck, I guess. That ain't bad. We wish
360 pounds.
we wish scrap was worth a whole lot more than it currently is, but that is something that we do not have control over. What are your plans now? Yeah, scrap is definitely down. I can remember we were getting 13, 14 cents a pound back in, what was it, mid-90s, late 90s? Well, no, it wouldn't have been late 90s. It was early 2000s. Chad and I used to do a lot of scrapping. That's what it was our side hustle back then. But now we do whatever it takes, man. That is for sure, whatever it takes. All right, everybody, I got done what I wanted to get done. Got them door cards off for him. Shared a little bit with you guys. I think I'm going to hit the house here or start cleaning my shop up or doing something. So used to scrap and firewood side hustle when I was living up north. The firewood hustle is work, man. That is a gang of work. There's money in it. You can print your own money, but it is a lot of work. That's for sure. We used to, when I was a much younger man, a buddy of mine and I had a firewood business. Eleanor Firewood. And, yeah. All right. Thanks a lot for joining us here this morning, and we'll see you probably later today. I imagine this afternoon or something once we get into something. I do have a, what do I have? We have a trunk or treat tomorrow, and we do a soup kitchen at the church every month. Free dinner for everybody or anybody who wants to come and join us. So I will be making a giant pot of chili for that. Mongo's world famous chili. So we'll get that done here later today and hopefully get my shop cleaned up or do something. Whatever this knee will let me do. Thanks for being with us. Thanks, Butt Dreads, for being so into it here. And thanks, everybody. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and check out the rest of the channel because there's plenty of other content here. Kenny and Mongo are out. See you guys later.